Hi everyone and welcome to my first vlog from Norway. I am super excited to share with you all the things I visited in Norway because it's one of my favorite countries by far for sure. But anyways, I want to start by saying that in this video I will show you how we are landing and the first views we were seeing from the car. I will tell you some details about our trip and some tips, and then at the end I will let you enjoy the amazing aurora that we saw just in the first night when we were in Norway. So that was the most amazing gift, and if you're interested in seeing that, make sure you watch until the end because it's 100% worth it and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, right now you can see some videos from the airport in Oslo, and that was super easy. We rented the car from Six. That was a little bit expensive, but we were 4 people, so if you want to do it in a more affordable way, you can get a smaller car, and in my opinion the prices were not super scary. So in general I was expecting Norway to be extremely expensive from what I've read on the internet, but with the car rental it was fine, and also with the accommodations I recommend you to rent from small cabins in the middle of nowhere if you have a car, because those will be pretty cheap and they will be super authentic. We stayed in a lot of very nice cabins and houses that just felt like stepping in some local people's home. It was so cozy and homey. But anyways, focusing on what we are seeing right now in the video, you can see that there is a lot of nature and we saw lots of mountains and trees and green. And anyways, a very important thing that I want to tell you also about this trip is that we visited in September last year, but a huge surprise for us was that in September we got amazing weather in literally all the places we visited in Norway, from Bergen to Oslo to Åndalsnes. So if you have to travel during September, do not get scared. You may get amazing weather if you are lucky, just like we did. But anyways, if you like what you're seeing right now in the video and you also want to see more videos from Norway and other travel destinations, make sure you like this video and also you subscribe. My next videos will be about a lot of hikes from Norway and also some cities and some things you should do, you should not do, and about visiting everything that we could in 10 full days in Norway. In the first day we drove for 5 hours from Oslo and we could see so many amazing mountains and waterfalls, and literally just driving in Norway is a travel destination because you don't even have to mark something on a map. Everything is so scenic and so beautiful. As you can see in my videos, I was just filming random things. As you can see also, there was no traffic, which was a huge plus for me. We barely saw some cars passing by, but all the drivers here were super good and there were no queues, no traffic jams and things like that, just some roads under construction. But anyways, right now it is sunset time and we got again a very beautiful landscape, and that seems out of a movie, honestly. And after that we finally, after a long drive, arrived at our cabin, and we did not expect to see an aurora that evening. We were just enjoying this pretty little cabin in the middle of nowhere. I think it was a farm here, but the hosts were super nice to us and they also texted us that the aurora is visible outside, so that was really nice of them. Anyways, this was a really local experience. You could see that we had to light up the fire ourselves. We let Mike do it because he already knew how to do it from his own home here in our home country, and that was really nice. But if you have been living your entire life in the city and you do not know how to do that, you may need to ask the host for some help. After we heated up the cabin, we got the most beautiful surprise of this trip because, as I've already told you, from the first day we were able to see this amazing Aurora Borealis. I was so happy because it has been a dream of mine to see the aurora like this. We also saw it last year in Iceland too, but it was not this visible. Basically, it was dancing in front of our eyes. We saw pink aurora, we saw red aurora just with our own eyes. And just so you know, in my videos right now, the colors are not as visible as they were with my own eye. In the photos, they are more beautiful. But for example, in the video in Iceland, I was barely able to film anything because the phone could not capture it. But anyways, in that evening, the chances for the aurora were super low. I was not even expecting to see see it that evening because the level was around 3 out of 9 or 10. But even if there is a slight chance of aurora and if the moon is not on the sky and also it is not cloudy, make sure you get outside because you may get a surprise. Even though the number for the chance of getting an aurora is super low, it is really worth it to give it a try. You can see right now on the screen, it is insane. This is not a time lapse. This is how fast it was dancing on the sky and all those colors. It was really so magical and I have no words to describe it. If this is on your bucket list, I really wish for you that you get to see it as strong as we did. And bear in mind again that the level of aurora for that evening was super low, so I can't even imagine what it's like when it's around 7 or 8 or 9. I've heard that it is visible in those cases even in the cities where there's a lot of light. But this is another beautiful thing about staying in the middle of nowhere in cabins, because there is no light pollution and you are able to see the aurora so nice. Here we were very close to Åndalsnes. I hope it's spelled this way. So it was not far north in Norway. It was, I think, central or even central more towards the south. So it is not really very common to get to see the aurora here. So we were pretty lucky and that was so random. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. I have so many videos coming from Norway, Faroe Islands, Australia, New Zealand and so much more. So thank you for watching and see you in the next videos from Norway.